Chapter 6. Deep Dream. Unable to take it, I leap out of bed. I start to breathe heavily. I press my hand over my mouth and resist the urge to throw up. What was that? A dream. It was a dream. But what was that? Why did I have such a terrible dream of killing people and drinking their blood? I try and catch my breath. The thirst in my throat. The feeling of biting flesh. The pleasure burning through my brain as I killed. These things. Why do they seem so real? I can't even remember perfectly the feel and sound of the heart as it was. I can even remember the perfect. Fuck me, this line sucks. All right, hold on. I can even remember perfectly the feel and sound of the heart as it was ripped out. I continue to gasp hungrily for air. I don't know if it was really pleasure. It was just excitement condensed like a bullet, fired straight into my head. Ugh. My breath stops as I remember. Then, perhaps that impact could be something called pleasure. Why did I... that kind of dream? I look down at my hands. Of course, they're pure white, without a trace of red blood in them. I'm sleeping on the bed, and fresh morning sunlight shines in through the window. That time, that first meeting with the vampire Yumizuka in a back alley, is still in my mind. Maybe that's why I had such a ghastly dream. Ow! My neck hurts where Yumizuka bit it. Those who are bitten by a vampire become vampires as well. Unexpectedly, that common phrase pops into my head. Can't be. I'm overthinking this. Excusing herself, Hisui enters the room. The same figure, the same voice as always. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Hisui speaks politely. Since I arrived here, Hisui has brought a calm tranquility with her every morning. As I think this, the tumult of bad dreams simply fades from my head. Shiki-sama, is there something wrong? No. I was just enraptured for a moment. Morning, Hisui. This morning's just like always, huh? Yes. I'm sorry that it's no better than usual. I don't mean it like that. I just feel, since you're the same as always, today is as peaceful a morning as always. All right. With vigor, I throw myself out of bed. I'll change and go into the sitting room. You can go now. Very well. Please excuse me. Hisui leaves and shuts the door calmly. Right. Stupid thoughts aside, I should go to school. Taking charge of my thoughts, I breathe deeply. It's 10 before 7. Like yesterday, there's no hurry today, so I'll calm down a little, then head to the sitting room. I'm fine, so I'll head to the sitting room, or I should get a little more rest. I wonder, because we're not even sure what's well, I mean, fucking obviously we exactly know what's wrong. He's turning into a vampire. Like, it's like, first of all, they spelled it out. Second of all, that's how vampires work, so they didn't even need to spell it out. Nonetheless, let's let's think it through for a second. Let's just think, you know, real hard about what we should do. You know, I think we should calm down a little. I think that might be a good idea. That's right. Having just had a bad dream, my chest's still a little jumpy. I can't have breakfast right away. I'll go to the sitting room in about 10 minutes. Oh, good morning, Shiki-san. Breakfast is already made. Seeing my face, Kohaku-san immediately greets me with a smile. Yeah, morning. Sorry as always. I return the greeting and glance over at the sofa. And there is Akiha, looking like she has something to complain about. Morning, Akiha. You're, up early again today. Good morning. You're up late again, Nissan. It looks like you're completely recovered, Akiha. I'm glad. She really does seem much better, mind and body. You were worried? It still seems like you didn't come back, It still seems like you didn't come to check on... It still seems like you didn't come to check on me even once. Hold on, Akiha. I did want to come watch over you. Don't you remember ordering me not to come near you? That was depending on the situation. I was only having a temporary fit, so you should have really listened, so you should not have... What the fuck? Sorry. Ugh, I'm out of it today. I was having only a temporary fit, so you should not have really listened to what I'd said. Akiha's words are unreasonable. She seems to be in a bad mood this morning, so maybe she wants to yell at me for whatever reason. Shiki-sama, if you don't eat breakfast soon, you'll be late for school. Crap. Come to think of it, I was already running late. When I finished breakfast and returned to the sitting room, Akiha is still drinking tea gracefully, waiting for me. Is that the right explanation, I wonder? Akiha, will you be taking a car to school by any chance? Now wait a minute. To take a car to your school would be in poor taste. Even I can understand that. I guess it was that after all. Well then, shall we go? At this time we might have to run a bit, but it can't be helped. Nissan? I'm saying let's go to school together. I'll show you the best route to take. Well, if you don't want to go with me, I really don't mind. If you say so. I don't mind, but... Then it's settled. Come on, you're ready, right? We'll be late if we don't hurry. I take Akiha's hand from the sofa and pull her up. Hisui, we don't need to be seen off. I'll be back in the afternoon today, too, so take care. And so, we came out of the mansion, Oh, I'm sorry, I read it wrong. And so, we come out of the mansion, descend the slope at a run, and race on to the school. Matching my speed to Akiha's, even though it takes longer, we still make it in just under 15 minutes. Right, we're here. You should just about make it to homeroom, Akiha. Yes, we're going to make it in plenty of time since we ran all the way. For some reason, Akiha seems to be angry. What's wrong, Akiha? Such an angry face. Maybe you should have come by the car after all. Oh, please. Not at all. I'm angry for a much simpler reason. Breathing heavily, shoulders heaving, Akiha glares at me. Did I run a little too fast? Yes. Not a complete answer, but that's one of the reasons. Well, perhaps it's that. Two of us running together at school, being seen and pointed at? True. Although I was really embarrassed. I don't really care about that. I don't get it then. Why is Akiha so angry? She's not angry because she's tired. We made it to school on time. Never mind. I'm making an issue out of it on my own. Thinking about it, you've no reason to get up early. Really. I don't know what I was hoping for. With a sigh, Akiha hangs her head. I don't really get it, but I guess Akiha's saying she wanted to go to school more leisurely. But I'm surprised. I'm a fast runner, but I wasn't able to keep up with you, Nissan. Even though you don't do any clubs, you're quite fast, aren't you? Well, vigorous activity isn't good for my body, so I can't do clubs, but I still move around. Actually, I'm pretty athletic. Yes, I heard from Hisui, but I wasn't expecting this. But I still would like to refuse going to school at such a pace every morning. Passing the main gate, we come to the entrance. Here I part from Akiha. She goes to the 4th floor, and I go to my classroom on the 3rd. Well then, Nissan, shall I go to the first-year classrooms? Oh, I shall go to the first-year classrooms. I shall see you after school. What are you talking about? There's lunch break before that. I'll be waiting in the courtyard, so come quickly. Ah, yes. I'll be waiting. Giving a cute little bow, she runs inside. Then, as if remembering something, Akiha stops and turns. Nissan, this morning's race was enjoyable. Though I wouldn't want to do it every day, perhaps it's not so bad once in a while. Her breath bouncing, Akiha disappears inside. Well, I guess she does have a cute side. How nice! The two of you get along well, don't you? Seal-senpai, please don't sneak up on me like that. Yes, I'll be more careful from now on. Smiling sweetly, Senpai gazes at me happily. What is it, Senpai? If you want to say something, say it. No, I don't think I need to say anything. You look really happy, Tohno-kun. What? If you go into the classroom with a face like that, Inui-kun will surely tease you. Well, Tohno-kun, I'll see you at lunch again. Senpai walks indoors, laughing to herself. Excuse me for just a second. Okay. I pinch my cheek. Did I look that happy? Well, I guess I did. Since just seeing Akiha's smile made me feel really happy inside. Fourth period ends. Lunch break comes, and the school fills with noise. Right. Akiha should be waiting in the courtyard. Since it's Akiha, I think she probably got Kohaku-san to make her lunch, but I should go buy something just in case. And there. Yo, Tohno! You're late. Indeed, you are rather late, Nissan. For some reason, it seems that Arihiko has come to the courtyard ahead of me and was keeping Akiha company. I was wondering where you'd been all morning, Arihiko. I guess you've been here. Oh! I knew if I waited here until fourth period, it would be worth it. Arihiko boasts, puffing out his chest, so he just didn't go to school. Like, can't they see him from the windows? Him just in the courtyard? Like, wouldn't the teachers be like, Arihiko, what are you doing? If he's that happy, I guess I can't complain. So, Akiha, what do we do for lunch today? Did you have Kohaku-san make you boxed lunch? Huh? A boxed lunch? Never mind. I should have asked such a common thing. From the bread I bought, I offer her the best sandwich and a strawberry milk. Here, today's lunch. It's better than yesterday, so eat it in comfort. All right. Akiha timidly accepts the sandwiches and strawberry milk. I wonder uneasily whether Akiha will ever get used to having lunch at our school. Ah, nice, nice. Hey, Tohno, nothing for me? Well, yeah, for some reason there is. I hand him a sausage roll and a suitable drink. Hey, what is this? Balsam pear drink? This stuff isn't even fit for animals to drink. Can't be helped. The rest were all gone already. Well, there were some cactus mixers, but that's not what you'd call a drink. I guess you still had a bit of compassion, Tohno. I've loads for anyone but you. This makes us even for yesterday. Though he clicks his tongue in irritation, Arihiko puts the straw into the drink pack happily. I got a napkin for you too, Akiha. What a shock. Why is Akiha making such a face? What is it, Akiha? Is there a bug on you? It's nothing at all. I just thought Nii-san and Inui-san seemed to be really close. Akiha-chan, you're giving us too much credit. Tohno and I are best friends and bitter enemies, so just call us pals. Arihiko laughs happily, and Akiha looks at me as if wanting to say something. And then... Ah, you're all here then. Boxed lunch in hand, Senpai appears. Oh, it's Seal Senpai. Today's a jackpot, right, Tohno? Sorry, Arihiko. I can't be as easily pleased as that. That's because Akiha has a really scary expression right now. Is that a new sprite? May I join you all for lunch? Arihiko nods eagerly. I don't mind either, but... No! Ooh, for some reason, Akiha refuses directly. The air in the courtyard is cold. It's not going to be warm in October, but it's still quite cold. Arihiko, who until now knew only the ladylike Akiha, gapes silently. Well, as an older brother, it would be bad if I didn't respond to what Akiha just said. What are you talking about, Akiha? That was rude, even for a joke. Nii-san, I am not joking. I meant what I said. Ooh. What are you saying? You've only just met Senpai. You've no reason to dislike her, so why? I don't like what I don't like. She and I are entirely incompatible. Damn. You feel the same, don't you? You know there's no way we can get along, don't you, Senpai? Damn. No, not at all. Certainly we seem to be incompatible types, but I think I can somehow restrain myself. Arihiko and I pull ourselves back. Amazing. Akiha spoiling for a fight is amazing, but Senpai's smiling face, turning it aside, is also amazing. That might be Akiha talking? I'm not sure. So you're suggesting we merely counterbalance each other then? To sum it up, yes. My business is not with you, Akiha-san, but with Tohno-kun and Inui-kun. Sparks crackle between the two of them. It's like a face-off between a dragon and a tiger, as they used to say. At last, with the allegedly incompatible Seal Senpai and Akiha, lunch began. But I never knew Tohno-kun had a sister almost his age. I always thought Tohno-kun was an only child. Huh? Didn't I mention that I had a younger sister before? Yes, I heard about a little sister living alone in the Tohno mansion. What? So she already knew about Akiha? I did not know that Nii-san's friends were like you, either. When did you join this school, Seal Senpai? Huh? Akiha-chan. Senpai's been here for 3 years. It's a shame that she graduates this year. Really? She doesn't seem accustomed to the school uniform yet, so I thought she might have transferred from another school like me. Yes, I really wanted to wear a uniform like Akiha-san's. Akiha-san, is that the uniform from your last school? Yes. Since the uniform here isn't to my liking, I'll wear the uniform from my old school. Akiha says such an outrageous thing casually. I see. I had assumed the uniform simply hadn't been made yet, but it seems she never intended to wear our school's uniform at all. Well, I think this one suits your level of activity well. What do you think, Tohno-kun? About what? About Akiha-san's uniform. Which one would suit her better? Which one suits her better? I would have to say Akiha's current uniform suits her better, or our school's uniform would suit her better. I'd imagine whatever her preference is better for her, I imagine, right? I wonder. I think Akiha looks good the way she is now. Since she has such beautiful hair, I don't think bright colors would suit her. That's rare. Tohno praising a woman's appearance like this. First time, isn't it? Shut up. That's just what I think. I'm saying the sailor suit suits her, so I don't want her in a blazer. Arihiko grins at me. Damn it. Arihiko got me. In what way exactly? Glancing over, Akiha seems to be silently looking the other way. Excuse me. I swear to God, if I get hiccups now, I'm gonna be so mad. I see. No wonder Tohno has no eye for women. Because after looking at Akiha-chan every day, the other girls at our school must hardly compare. I'm sorry, Inui-kun. My hand slipped. Seal-senpai laughs gently as she drives her elbow into Arihiko's side at a sharp angle. Man. I have to live through this stressful situation for almost 10 more minutes. School ends. Let's go meet Akiha at the first-year classrooms. But just as I leave the classroom, I run into her. Ah, Nissan! Were you going somewhere? No, I was just on my way to get you. What about you? Are you on your way anywhere? No. I just thought I might go home with you, Nissan, so I came here. I see. It's lucky we didn't miss each other. Well then, let's go. Kohaku-san and Hisui are waiting. You're right. Let's go home, Nissan. Oh, that's right. There's a question I've been wanting to ask you, Akiha. A question for me? Yeah. Why did you have that dislike for Senpai? Did you know her already by any chance? No, I met her for the first time yesterday. My dislike for her is simply psychological, so you don't need to worry about it. Psychological? What do you mean? I mean, I can't control how I feel. It's the same with how you felt about Father, so please don't worry about it. Hold on, Akiha. I just disliked the old man. I didn't hate him. I don't hate her, either. I suppose I exaggerated things today. I'll reflect on it, so please look leniently upon the affair until at lunchtime. Excuse me, fuck. Right. I guess that's okay then. Well, I guess it might not be a problem. Seal-senpai often comes by at lunch, so if relations between Akiha and her are bad, it'd be a problem. At this rate, with Akiha saying things like this, me and Arihiko might not end up on pins and needles on the sidelines. I tossed my bag on the desk, and sit down on the bed. Well, what should I do? It seems Akiha had lessons, and as soon as we got back, she went somewhere by car. That's right. Hisui and Kohaku-san were busily, walking about, too. Go and help Hisui or Kohaku. Interesting. I guess this is Akiha's route, so we should go help Kohaku because that's Akiha's servant, right? Alright. I'm always in her debt, so I'll go help Kohaku-san. Huh? I don't see her anywhere in the courtyard. I glance around. For just an instant, I see the color of her kimono in the forest. Is that where the detached building is? After a little internal debate, I follow after Kohaku-san. Kohaku-san continues and enters inside. I would be pretty stupid if I came all the way here only to go back, so I force myself to go inside. Shiki-san, why did you come here? Well, I was thinking maybe I should give you a hand. Am I in the way? Shiki-san, I'm happy you feel that way, but I didn't come here to work. I only came here to check the electricity according to Akiha-sama's orders. Electricity? This place is still used? Yes, this is the only room with electricity. What? This building is still maintained at a level for people to live in. The bath is still able to be used, and there are futons ready. Really? But this place hasn't been used for a while, right? Why is it maintained like that? Let's see. Maybe Akiha-sama is just fond of this place. A long time ago, this is where Makihisa-sama's adopted child used to live. Huh? Makihisa, my old man, adopted a child? A long time ago? Wait a sec, Kohaku-san. My old man adopted a child? Oh, you don't remember? About 10 years ago, he brought a child here. His parents both died in an accident, so he adopted the child. That happened? Yes. But 2 years later, the child passed away. It was a trivial accident, but a lot of the servants began to say that the Tohno family was cursed. Wait a minute. Something about her words seems scary. Just hearing them, my vision starts to warp. It's like the whole room is made entirely of dissolving sugar. Kohaku-san. A child adopted 10 years ago. 2 years later, the child died. In other words, 8 years ago. That's when I had my accident and was sent to the hospital. Accident? What kind of accident was it? An accident that seriously wounded me. An accident that the adopted child was killed in. A hot summer day. I can't remember. All I know is at that time, my arms seemed to be soaked in blood. Kohaku-san, you said cursed? No, it isn't anything important. It's just that a lot of members of the Tohno family have died young, such as in accidents or suicide or illness, a curse that does not allow them a natural death. Well, that was just a rumor anyway. Suicide? What? Yes. Whatever the case, the members of the Tohno family, mostly male, carried some mental illness and committed suicide when they became adults. These are just stubborn rumors, but it is said some of them were murderers before the war. Mental illness? Murderers? Such as seeing dreams of killing people every night. Such as feeling a sense of longing as I see dreams of killing people every night. Kohaku-san, that... Oh, I'm very sorry. Those are just dark rumors about the Tohno family. No, that's fine. It's okay. Could you tell me more in detail, Kohaku-san? I do not mind, but I do not necessarily know all the details. Just that, well, Maki Hisasama did have that kind of air about him. My old man? My old man did? Blurring. My vision whirls around. Yes. I took care of Maki Hisasama's condition 2 years before he passed away. While you were living with the Arima family, Maki Hisasama would become very depressed, and I would have to prepare his medicine to calm him. Medicine to calm him? Was my old man that bad, Kohaku-san? Yes. It would not be uncommon for him to walk into the garden at night and kill the pet dogs and cats, or hurt his own body. What is this? That's pretty much crazy. It's crazy as I am in my dreams. No, that's backwards. Am I crazy just like my old man? Shiki-san? I hear Kohaku-san's voice. I don't know when it happened, but I'm on my knees on the tatami floor. Shiki-san, you look terrible. If you're feeling poorly, you should rest in your room. Kohaku-san says this as she grabs my shoulder. With her help, I can stand. Yeah, I'm fine, so... I'm somehow able to gain focus again. But I'm still dizzy. In the red and white swirl of my vision. White. Kohaku-san's terribly warm-looking neck. How captivating. If my body could move properly, I would seize Kohaku's body, and... The black vision from my anemia all of a sudden turns deep red. Kohaku-san's white neck. Last night's crimson dream. The nighttime killings. Painful pleasure. As if my heart would rip itself out. Unable to bear it, I pull away from Kohaku-san. Shiki-san? No, I'm fine. So, leave me alone. That won't do. If you collapse here, Akiha-sama will get very angry. In the first place, you look like you're in a lot of pain. Kohaku-san says this and draws closer. This isn't good. It's scary. If she comes within reach of my hands, I'm afraid I don't know what I'll do. I'm fine. So just leave me alone, Kohaku-san. I can't. Shiki-san, please calm down. Please stop. It's dangerous if you come near me. I told you not to come near me. Why? Why won't this woman listen to me? Why? Why are you getting in my way? Why are you like this? Not doing what I want you to. Shut up! Don't you understand that I'm telling you to get away, Kohaku? Yeah! Thud. A thick sound. Kohaku-san slams into the wall, her face distorting in pain. Her expression causes my sanity to return. The dizziness fades quickly. After just a moment, all dizziness disappears, leaving only a feeling of guilt. Sorry! What was... It's okay. Please do not worry about it. I only provoked you when you were in a bad mood. She gives her usual smile. You're no longer pale and seem to have recovered. Shall we continue our conversation? No, that's enough for today. I'm sorry, Kohaku-san. There's something wrong with me. Oh? You're a man, so I don't think it's unnatural to be a little rough. In fact, I think you're usually too calm, Shiki-san. She says that smiling. Seeing that smile makes my chest hurt. Kohaku-san trusts me. But what I was about to do to her just earlier... Like you say, Kohaku-san, I'll go back to my room. I really am sorry about earlier. I say this and run away. I leave the detached building behind, being crushed by self-loathing. After dinner, I return to my room. I collapse on my bed and remember Kohaku-san's face. I don't understand why I felt that way, and why I did that. Back then, looking at Kohaku-san's neck, I was lusting. Just like in last night's dream, I wanted to bite into her neck. But I can't even think about that right now. Last night's dream, and myself a while ago. I feel like there's someone inside of me that isn't me. I touch my neck. Those who are bitten by a vampire become a vampire in turn, they say. That's stupid. I'm walking around in daytime after all. Yes, it's impossible. It was just dizziness and my fading consciousness contributing to the imagination. What happened with Yumizuka's is burnt into my mind, so I think I just remember it when I suffer from anemia. Like Kohaku-san said, maybe I'm just tired. Perhaps. I should hurry up and get to sleep, and rest my tired body. Excuse me. Hot. 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 My body, once aroused, can't be calmed with something like sleep. So, tonight too, I shall relieve my thirst. It seems I went into town at night. It seems like I'm waiting with bloodshot eyes for someone to pass by. Again. Suddenly, I see a face reflected in the window. The eyes are bloodshot, and the face looks quite insane. This dream again. It seems I found my prey. I bring it down without a chance to scream, without it even realizing it's died. I'm seeing this nightmare again. Taking the dead body, and the sound of biting into the throat. A gurgling sound. Drinking the blood flowing out of the reddened neck. My thirst is quenched. The same scene as last night. Getting bored with just blood, I take the hand of the dead body and bite off the fingers one by one. The same scene as last night. Getting bored with just the fingers, I take the limbs of the dead body and bite them off one by one. The same scene as last night. Then, an obstruction appears. I throw the dead body aside and jump. Someone is watching me. Is it different from last night? Something like a vast nail is flying through the air. To dodge it, I leap aside. I run up the side of a building and jump from rooftop to rooftop. The figure in black chases the vampire. From rooftop to rooftop. From shadow to shadow. The figure follows. It can't be helped. It can't be helped, it murmurs. And tonight's meal ended. Chapter 7, Deep Scar 2. Interesting. Shiki-sama? A voice. Please get a hold of yourself. I will bring you a drink right away. The sound of running footsteps. I awaken from the nightmare. My own room. I'm definitely in my own room. Just lying in bed, and morning has come. I saw that dream again. The dream of sucking someone's blood. Though I know it's just a dream, it still feels terribly real. My hands retain the feeling of ripping meat. My nose, the smell of fresh blood. What's happening to me? I touch my neck gently. Yumizuka's bite marks are long gone. I'm still a normal human being. I don't want to drink people's blood, and I don't have a problem with the sun. No. Yesterday, What did I think when I saw Kohaku-san's neck? Her white neck. From the bottom of my heart, I wanted to drink the blood flowing in there. What am I thinking? No, I'm just tired. I still haven't forgotten what happened with Yumizuka. I'm not a vampire. I'm still a normal human being. But there's a part of me that wanders in search of blood every night. So maybe it's that I don't notice, but I'm already at a point where I can't go back. Hisui! Hisui enters with an urgent expression. Excuse me. You are awake, are you not, Shiki-sama? Hisui bows quietly. Her pure figure is so much the opposite of my earlier dream, it makes the uneasiness in my chest go away. No, don't worry. I was up already. Morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me up again today. Yes. Good morning. Bowing again, Hisui approaches the bed. I've brought you a drink. If you're feeling poorly, please take it. Hisui presents a drink on a silver tray. The tray also has some type of medicine on it. Uh-oh. What is it, Hisui? You'd never come with medicine before. Shiki-sama, are you feeling all right? As you seem to be caught up in a terrible nightmare, and your face appeared pale, I brought you some medicine. I seem to be having a nightmare. Yes. It also seemed that your body was very hot, so I had Nason prescribe something for a fever. Perhaps there was no need? Of course not. Thank you for worrying. I swallow the medicine, and the water she offers. Ignoring the medicine, I'm grateful for the water. As Hisui says, my body is very hot, and my throat is terribly dry. Even though it's only pure water, it tastes great. If you're feeling better, please go to the dining room. If you're not, please take the day off. No, I won't skip school. I can't take a day off just because of this. But your face still appears pale, Shiki-sama. I'll be fine. Anyway, our school has tomorrow off. Since I'll have tomorrow off, I can push it a little today, can't I? Hisui glances down, looking like she wants to say something. Do I really look that bad today? Hisui, just one question. Was I really having a nightmare? Yes. I do not know when you returned, but you were terribly tired and went straight to sleep. When I came to wake you in the morning and open the curtains, you seemed to be in pain, and your breathing was rough. I see. A dream like that would cause me to be in pain, huh? Just hang on a second. Hisui, what did you just say? That you were in poor condition since this morning. No, before that. I came back? Where from? I do not know. Nason told me she saw you leave while she was patrolling the mansion. I left? Yes. Nason and I patrol the mansion every 3 hours. While Nason was doing... How do they sleep? Jesus Christ. While Nason was doing the rounds at midnight last night, she saw you leaving the mansion. What? Since it seems you're able to return before morning, Nason has not told Akihisa-sama of this. As Nason is indulgent of you, Shiki-sama, it will surely remain that way. What? What is this? I went outside? That can't be. I was sound asleep the whole time, having a dream. Having such a lively dream. But this is weird. Dreams are forgotten the moment you wake up, so why do I still remember all the details of the dream so perfectly? Shiki-sama, your face still appears pale. How are you feeling? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. So go ahead, Hisui. It's okay. I'll go right away. I understand. I shall wait for you in the dining room. Closing the door behind her, Hisui leaves the room. Yeah, I'm fine. problems at all. I'm just fine. I say it over and over again, trying to persuade myself. To get to the dining room, I have to pass through the sitting room. It's depressing. To be honest, I don't want to see anyone right now. Hisui and Kohaku-san, and Akiha. I'm not sure I can act normally. I mean, if he's a vampire, he's potentially a danger to everyone around him, right? So... Well, it is Akiha's road, so I gotta talk to Akiha. Still, I have to at least say good morning. Avoiding Akiha because of this little thing will be confirming something's wrong with me. Good morning, Nissan. As soon as I enter the sitting room, Akiha greets me with a smile. Morning, Akiha. Morning, Akiha? What's wrong, Nissan? You seem really depressed. I just had a bit of a bad dream. But you seem to be in a good mood. Did something nice happen? Yes, quite. You got up early. Perhaps we might be able to go to school leisurely today. Having time in the morning always puts me in a good mood. I see. Well, I'm glad, Akiha. As I answer, my chest hurts. I might not be a person that deserves to be smiled at like that. You should go ahead, then. You'll end up running if you wait for me. Did you say something, Nissan? I mean, if you like free time in the mornings, you should just go ahead. You don't really need to accompany me, and I don't have time to keep you company either. If you're ready, you should just go on ahead. Well, that's true, but But what? You're saying you can't go to school on your own? Give me a break, you're not a child. We're not that young anymore. Akiha stands up from the sofa. Nissan, were you serious about what you just said? Not really. It's just what I thought. Her teeth grit. Akiha looks down, her shoulders shaking. Akiha, you'll be late if you don't go soon. Yeah, I know. After all, I don't want to go with you and be late. Right, so go on. I'm not in the mood to be with anyone right now. Akiha rushes out. What am I doing? I didn't mean to say that, so why... Shiki-san, that was horrible! Kohaku-san? Oh, I completely misjudged you. Why did you say such things to Akiha-sama? I know. Even I didn't plan on turning her down. No, you do not understand anything. You don't know how much Akiha was looking forward to, you don't know how much Akiha-sama was looking forward to this while waiting for you, excuse me, fuck, this line is really long. You don't know how much Akiha-sama was looking forward to this while waiting for you up until now. Waiting for me? You mean this morning? No, Akiha-sama told me not to tell you, but I can't bear this anymore. Listen, Shiki-san, now Akiha-sama eats breakfast with you normally, but it was a real hassle before she transferred. I think the ladies' academy Akiha used to go to was in the next prefecture. Next prefecture? Hold on. That's more than an hour's worth of driving. You finally noticed. To begin with, Akiha-sama would not have made it to school unless she left it here at 6. Nevertheless, she overlooked that because she was looking forward to eating breakfast with you. Looking forward to? Why? She complains every time she sees me. Because Akiha-sama isn't honest. If you ever woke up on time, I don't think she would have any complaints. But all you did was sleep in and didn't eat with her even once. But Akiya-sama told me just seeing your face in the morning was good enough, and she never told us to wake you up. Now do you understand? If you do, can you please apologize to Akiya-sama about earlier? I was going to do that already, but I don't get it. What do you want me to do, Kohaku-san? No, don't think too hard about it. Just act normally. But Akiya-sama isn't direct, so I just wanted you to be more considerate of her. Act normally. I think that's the most difficult thing for me to do right now. Oh, and all this is a secret. If Akiya-sama finds out I told you this, I'll get in trouble. Kohaku-san heads into the dining room with a smile on her face. Come on, Shiki-san. If you don't hurry up and eat, you really will be late. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that was internal monologue. Who's talking? Was that Kohaku again? Come on, Shiki-san. If you don't hurry up and eat, you'll really be late. I can hear Kohaku-san's voice in the dining room. Okay. I head into the dining room, hiding my embarrassed face with my hand. I arrive at the school gates just in time. Running all the way, I somehow escape being late. Then, I'm patted on the shoulder from behind. Good morning. Just made it today, huh, Tohno-kun? Senpai. And it seems you're not with Akiha-san. Perhaps you overslept today? Something like that. Had a bit of a fight with Akiha. Oh, it's not good for siblings to fight. Tohno-kun, you're the older brother, so you should go and apologize later. You're right. We're in the same school, so I should go and apologize before lunchtime. On top of that, it was my fault to begin with. I sigh. Certainly my problems with Akiha are important, but I should worry about my own troubles for now. Last night's dream. Even though I knew I was asleep, I seemed to have wandered out at night. Tohno-kun? What's wrong? Are you worried about something? Senpai stares at me with concern. I'm grateful for her concern, but I can't rely on her for this. Just a bit. But it's my problem, so I'll work it out. Thanks for worrying, Senpai. Really? Well, if it's something you can't solve on your own, I'm always here to help. I'd be happy to do whatever I can. Yeah. If I'm in real trouble, I'll ask you then. As I speak, the morning bell begins to ring. Well, Senpai, later. Yep. I'll see you at lunch. Leaving Senpai standing leisurely as the first bell rings, I rush in the doorway. Second period ends. If I'm going to apologize to Akiha about this morning, now would be a good time. Well, obviously we're gonna go apologize to Akiha. I go up to the 4th floor. Akiha's class is the first year, class 1. I speak to a student leaving the classroom and ask her to call Akiha. Tohno-san, your brother's here! The girl I stopped calls out to Akiha quite directly. Do you need something, Nissan? Akiha comes out with a sullen expression. Well, this is troubling. Kohaku-san told me to apologize, but after hearing her story, it's a little troubling. If you don't need anything, I'll go back to my classroom. No, there's something. It's... well, I mean... What is it already? The break time is short, so if you want to say something, then please hurry and say it. Well, it's just... Alright already. I've come this far, so I can't be shy about it. I'm sorry about this morning. Huh? Nissan? I came to say that this morning was my fault, and that from tomorrow on I'll be good, so please forgive me, Akiha. There's not much to forgive. It didn't really bother me. That's fine. I just wanted to apologize. I'll see you later. I'm sorry for taking your time. Wait, Nissan! Akiha calls after me. But right now I'm too embarrassed to even look back, so I run straight back to my own classroom. Hold on a second. It's lunchtime. Since I just went and apologized to Akiha, it feels kind of awkward to have lunch with her. However... Yo, Tohno! Let's hurry up and go to the courtyard. Akiha-chan is waiting, says one guy. Besides, I can't leave her by herself. I let out a big sigh and leave the classroom with Arihiko. Akiha isn't here yet. Since Seal-senpai will be coming too, I guess we'll eat on the grass instead of on the bench. I'm here. Hey, Akiha-sama, Akiha-san isn't here yet? Yeah, she should be here any minute now. Hey, Tohno! Did something happen between you and Akiha-chan? Arihiko asks, elbowing me in the side. Why is he so perceptive all of a sudden? There she is. There she is! Akiha-chan! Over here! Arihiko waves his hands around. Akiha comes onto the grass looking a bit puzzled. I'm sorry I'm late. I received an invitation to have lunch with my classmates, and it took me some time to decline their invitations. Don't worry, we just got here too. Here, sit here. Arihiko pats the grass. After hesitating for a moment, Akiha sits down next to me. Akiha says nothing. Not knowing what to say, I remain silent. What is it, you two? It's weird to eat lunch like this in silence. I know that. I just don't know what to say. Akiha stares at me intently. And then... It's lunchtime, isn't it, Nissan? She says something terribly normal. That's right, it's lunchtime. It'd be bad not to eat anything at lunchtime. I pull the bread I bought out of the plastic bag. It's the same bread as yesterday. Is that okay? Yes, thank you. I hand Akiha a sandwich and start to chew on my own. Damn it. Somehow Akiha's every move gets my attention, and my body won't move right. Oh, you're living in luxury today, senpai. You got something to celebrate? No, nothing like that. Since everything's coming to the peak, I have to eat a lot and get a lot of energy. Oh, I see. Autumn eating. I guess in your case, the food goes straight to your chest, huh? Jesus. In contrast to the unpleasant meal me and Akiha are having, Arihiko and Senpai seem to be enjoying a very cheerful meal. Munch. Munch, munch. Munch, 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 munch. Nissan? What is it, Akiha? Well, is there no drink today? I'm a little thirsty. I forgot about it. The strawberry milk I bought is still sitting in the plastic bag. Sorry, I forgot. Here you go. I offer her the milk. Akiha takes it. Because the carton is so small, our fingers touch. Thump. Just that. It's just that. But my fingertips get hot. Even though I should take my hand away immediately. It stays there. Dude! Looking at Akiha, she seems to be paralyzed as well. Huh? It's Tohno-kun. What are you doing? Quickly, I pull my hand away from Akiha's. No, I was just passing Akiha her drink. Is that so? Since you'd both stopped moving, I thought you were fighting over the drink. Oh, you thought so too, Senpai? It looked to me like Tohno was battling to the death not to hand her the juice. Since Akiya-chan was so, thirsty, it would have been good to give it to her. And I was thinking he was being a jerk. Well, I guess it did look like that. Nah, it's nothing like that. I was just careless for a moment, right, Akiya? Akiya just seems vacant. The expression is so unlike the Akiya I know. I'm dazzled for a moment. Hey Tohno. I've been thinking for a while, but you and Akiya-chan... what is it? I'll get mad if you say something stupid. Nah, you just don't seem all that alike. Well, that's natural, right? We may be siblings, but we're a man and a woman. We won't be that similar. No, I don't mean that. How do I say it? You seem like different types. That's true. Akiya-san is quite unapproachable, and Tohno-kun is the opposite. It's like Tohno-kun is water and Akiya-san is oil, right? Well, certainly Akiya's hard to grapple with. I'd have no complaints if she was nicer. What? Akiya-chan's kind enough, right? She's nice on the surface. But underneath there's another person entirely. Coldest of the cold. You should see how she scolds me when I make mistakes at dinner. Well, that's about enough. Let's talk about something more interesting, Arihiko. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Tohno talking. Well, that's about enough. Let's talk about something more interesting, Arihiko. Oh, you're stopping in the middle of what you were saying? I would like to hear exactly what you think of me, Nissan. Akiya's gaze is painful. The Akiya from a moment ago must have just been some type of illusion. Something more interesting, huh? Thinking about it, Tohno, did you see the news about your place this morning? Huh? This morning's news? Yes, the serial killer's latest victim was found near Tohno-kun's house, wasn't he? That blank person, like... That blank person... Oh, prison. Sorry, I kept reading as person. My brain is stupid. That blank prison-like wall is the wall of Akiya-san's mansion, isn't it? I don't really know. I didn't look at the news this morning, so I can't say. Akiya neatly dismisses the affairs like it had nothing to do with her. But I can't dismiss it like Akiya. Because there shouldn't be any more killings. Yumizuka isn't drinking people's blood to live any longer. So there shouldn't be any more victims. If that dream of mine is just a dream... Senpai, is this true? It's the same as those vampire killings from before? Yes. They say last night's was the 10th victim. Of course, all the blood was drained from the body, but this time there were body parts missing too. Senpai explains in her usual tone. But I'm attacked by a great dizziness, like the whole world just tilted. The body's hands and feet were missing, but they say it was like they were bitten off with a human mouth. But that's strange, isn't it? A person's mouth? It's impossible to bite off a human's body parts. The human jaw is just not strong enough to bite off someone's hand or foot, and the teeth wouldn't bear it either. Well, you could grind on the cartilage with your teeth, but that's about it. Precisely. But the marks on the body can only belong to a human, so maybe it's something inhuman that's shaped like a human. Quite similar to a vampire, don't you think? I feel sick. Senpai, since she doesn't know, can say all this with a smile. Akiya-san, have I said something funny? Yes. Since it was so funny, I laughed in spite of myself. Geez, it's no laughing matter. Last night's victim was found near your house. I'm sorry if I was impolite, Senpai, but I didn't think you were a person to give such flights of fancy. Well, Senpai, perhaps you could tell us what you think of the vampire. You mean the vampire in Legends? Vampires in Legends? No, I mean your image of the vampire that is, excuse me. No, I mean your image of the vampire as the serial killer. Seal-senpai is lost in thought. Well, I don't really want to hear Senpai's answer. I'm terribly interested in spite of myself. Really, the culprit's just a person. I think he just has qualities and values different from ours. I think we take those characteristics that cannot be distinguished by common sense and try to understand them by using the label vampire. In other words, Senpai believes a vampire is someone with a mental disability, a psychosis that prevents them from telling right from wrong? Yes. You don't have to use the term vampire, but anyone outside the customs of society is disowned by those within the society, as society cannot understand the person's character. That's the defense function of ordinary common sense, isn't it, Akiha-san? You've thought about this a lot, Senpai. But it's difficult, isn't it? By your thinking, the vampire cannot be said to have committed a crime. After all, the vampire has no qualms about his own conduct, does he? If there's been no crime, how can he be punished? Indeed. So it's not the role of those within society to exact punishment. To punish a crime not recognized as a crime, the punishment must be based not on the morals of an individual, but on the principles of the entire species. The principles of the entire species? Yes. The first principle is that it's better for one's own kind to prosper than for others to. For a species, that which obstructs this principle is a crime by itself. What is this, a fucking Twitch politics chat? Jesus Christ. Are they arguing between the difference of epistemological and deontological? God damn. Even if Vampire-san does not view murder as a crime for the human species, it's not the murder, but the existence of the vampire itself that's the crime. The existence itself is a crime. What is this? Akiha asking those strange things, and then Senpai giving those answers. And, for some reason, it seems like they're talking about no one else but... It seems like they're talking about no one else but me. The chime that ends the mark of lunch. Wait, fuck. The chime that marks the end of lunch sounds. There we go. I'm sorry for talking about such unappealing things. Ah, it's fine, it's fine. I'm happy just listening to Akiha's voice. Well then, shall we go? You'll all be late if you don't hurry. Senpai heads for the cafeteria. It's quicker for her to go through there than to get to her classroom. Senpai's going. Is it because she knew so much about the serial killings? Or is it that I was drawn into the conversation? I don't have any reason for it, but I just have a vague feeling she might be the person able to help me with my troubles. There's no time to think. I can't bear to keep this to myself any longer. Sorry, you go on ahead, Arihiko. Huh? Go on ahead? Where you going, Tohno? Anyway, I get her to come to the rear of the school building, so forcefully that it can't be helped if she gets mad at me. 5th period has already started. Jeez! Pulling me to a place like this, what is it, Tohno-kun? Senpai is more amazed than angry. I'm sorry, Senpai, but I wanted to hear more about what you were saying before. What I was saying before? You mean the serial killer? Yes, that. About the person who doesn't feel a crime is a crime. Are you saying they kill people unconsciously? For example, like if you intend to sleep, but instead go outside to commit murder. Hey, that hurts, Tohno-kun. I'll answer you, so please let go of me. Oh, I'm sorry. I let her go. It seems I was really worked up. It's alright. Anyway, you were asking if the killer might be killing people unconsciously, right? Yeah, I really want to know. Well, I don't know, because I'm not the killer. Yes, that's true, Senpai, but... Yeah, it's just a joke. Since you seem so serious, Tohno-kun, I thought it'd be a little playful for a moment. Senpai, give me a break. I'm really serious here. Yeah, it looks like it. But why? The serial killer's none of your concern, is he, Tohno-kun? That's... Yes? What is it? That's... If I told you I was the killer, what would you do? I finally say it. But Senpai's face lights up as if I'd said the funniest joke, and she bursts into laughter. Senpai, this is no joke. Oh no, that was him talking. This is no joke. Yes, I know you're serious. But that's why it's funny. Because the murderer doesn't usually come back and ask for help because they're the murderer. Senpai. Then I'll ask, why do you think so, Tohno-kun? It's because, recently, I've been having strange... I know why. I was probably bitten by a vampire. I say it frankly, as if it was a euphemism. Please go on. Since then, it's been strange. Suddenly, I don't feel like myself. And I have dreams about killing people. Last night, although I only intended to sleep, it seems I went out. And I had a dream in which I killed someone and sucked blood. Senpai says nothing, just watching me. My father had a split personality. Maybe I just don't know about it. But there might be a killer in me. But I have no way of finding out. So that's why you came to ask if the killer was unconscious of his actions? Senpai sighs in amazement. If you were truly the killer, you would not be unconscious of yourself. The point you're seeing it in your dreams makes it... The point you're seeing it in your dreams makes it not unconscious. But more importantly, it's just a dream. I don't know what you're worried about, but Tohno-kun is Tohno-kun. I'm glad to hear that, but there's no reason for me to believe... there's no reason for me to believe in any of Senpai's words. She sighs. You must be feeling really uneasy, Tohno-kun. Saying so, Senpai pats my head. It's okay. You've nothing to worry about, Tohno-kun. I myself guarantee it, so it's definitely okay. Yes. Automatically, I nod in complete agreement. Even if I know it's only while she's doing so, I feel at ease. Like wrapping up my uneasiness, Senpai's hands are gentle. School is over now. I was confused about myself and Arcueid, but today's about to end. Time to go home. I should go get Arcueid and go back to our mansion. I walk home together with Arcueid. Just like lunchtime, we go quiet as soon as there's only the two of us. While I want to talk to Arcueid, I also feel embarrassed looking at her. Man, it's not like I'm a middle schooler. Did you say something, Nissan? Oh, no. It's nothing. Just talking to myself. Really, what the hell am I doing? We've reached the long hill. Once we go up it, our mansion will be right there. Nissan, I would like to ask you one thing before we get home. Akiha's feet stop, and she looks... Akiha's feet stop, and she looks straight at me. The kind of silence that was there before she's gone. Oh, excuse me. The kind of silence that was there before is gone. Akiha looks at me seriously. Go ahead. What do you want to ask about? I asked before, but what do you think of Seal? That again? I don't think anything of her. She's just my senpai. She's a trustworthy senpai that I can ask about anything, though. I see. It seemed like something was bothering you this morning. This morning was a result of it too, wasn't it? I'm surprised. Akiha knew that I was worrying about the problem by myself. Akiha, you noticed? Of course. We're brother and sister. I can tell when you're depressed, Nissan. So why didn't you just come and talk to me? Do you trust that woman more than you trust me? You were watching me talk to Senpai? Yes. I could hardly believe my eyes and ears. You being so honest in front of that person. With a Akiha turns away. It's not like that. I didn't talk to you or Kohaku-san because... I didn't want to tell them about my body and have them hate me. Because of what? If there's something you want to say, please say it. Are you stupid? I wouldn't worry this much if I could say it. Alright, so now I'm a little confused. Is it just that Akiha just really wants him to say it for the sake of saying it? Because she has to know. She has to know very specifically what's going on. She tended to his wounds, so she has to know he was bitten by a motherfucking vampire. Like, there's no way in this universe that she doesn't know that. There's no way. I asked Senpai since you guys are important to me. It's not because I don't trust you or anything. I don't want to hear such excuses. Fine. I'll come out and say... wait. Oh, maybe that's Akiha talking. Fine. I'll come out and say it. That person doesn't suit you. So please, do not get any closer to her. It's for your sake. What? It's so sudden that I'm at a loss for words. Akiha, are you saying that ordinary people are not suitable company for those of the Tohno house, then? Akiha doesn't answer. The silence means a yes. I see. Well, you are the head of the Tohno household. You're saying that family and lineage is important, like that old man, right? Nissan, that's... It's fine. I'm not really complaining. I'm the one who left you alone in that house. I should have been the one that was raised that way originally. So, I'm not speaking badly of you. But I can't let what you said right now go. Even though you don't know anything about Senpai, don't just say that she's unsuitable. Looking down, Akiha says nothing. For a while, we stand in silence. You don't... Nissan, you don't know anything about the Tohno house. Don't say such selfish things. Crying out painfully, Akiha pulls away from me. Anyway, you mustn't get close to that person. She's not like us. If you get any closer to her, you're the one who would suffer. Akiha runs up the hill. What does that mean? All I can do is gaze up after her, aghast. I return to the mansion. Though I usually go into the lobby without thinking, Right now it's hard to enter. I've made Akiha angry many times since I've come back to the mansion. But she really was mad back then. For the first time, I really angered Akiha and made her sound so hurt. I don't think it matters who was wrong. I'm sure that in time Akiha will calm down and explain why she doesn't like Seal-senpai. I could hang around the garden for a bit. If I go into the mansion, I might face Akiha. So I'll walk around in the garden for a while. Dude, the garden is nothing but trouble. Like... Huh? Kohaku-san? It's Kohaku-san. She doesn't seem to have noticed me, and she's heading into the forest. She hasn't noticed me. I don't know what she's doing, but she disappears into the forest. I'm curious, so I'll follow her. It seems there's a small clearing where Kohaku-san is headed to. There's a clearing here. Tilting my head to the side, I try to remember, but for some reason my memory's a bit vague. In the forest of the mansion, I can see a clearing as if the trees were cut there. No, can see is not quite right. If you walked by normally, you probably would never notice it. If Kohaku-san didn't walk there, hidden enough by the surrounding trees as it is, I would never have noticed, even if I had lived there all my life. There's a clearing there. If so, we probably did play there as kids. To say the least, I don't remember ever playing with Akiha in the clearing. I feel like I've never been there before. After thinking for a bit, I decide to go into the clearing. The clearing doesn't strike me as anything out of the ordinary. There's no sign of Kohaku-san, who's entered before me. What's this? Just an empty place. I walk into the middle of the clearing. This clearing really is just an empty space. The perfectly level open ground. The deep woods enclosing the area. The voice of the cicadas, and the strong summer sunshine that feels like it could dissolve. Summer sunshine? Ouch! The wound on my chest starts to hurt. Like stabbing. This pain that feels like a kitchen knife stabbing my chest. Chirp. Chirp, chirp. From somewhere, I can hear the voice of the cicadas. But it's autumn now. The summer sunshine that bathes everything in white. The columns of summer clouds in the far-off sky. I can practically see the voices. At my feet, there are the discarded shells of cicadas. Discarded shell. Someone's discarded shell. The third child's discarded shell. The third child I no longer remember. Someone's crouching shadow. Young Akiha's approaching footsteps. Clouds high in the emptiness. Cicadas in the blue sky. I was just in a trance. Akiha would have been killed. That was all I really knew. I just ran. That was all I understood. As for the danger to myself, I never even thought about it. I wanted to protect Akiha, and I just took her place. In the distance, the voices of the cicadas. After that, my body died from having its chest pierced, and a figure that looks down on my dead body in shock. A third child's figure. My chest hurts. I feel sick. The wound in my chest should have closed long ago, so why does it hurt now? My chest rips. The old wound opens, and a crimson stream flows out. What is this? My wound. It didn't heal at all. It hurts. I'm scared. I feel dizzy. This The impulse of death. Get ready to censor? Wait, why? What? Why? Consciousness fades. My wound aches. I hear a thump as my body falls to the ground. My bad, not yet. Okay. I was gonna say. It doesn't feel like sex is anywhere near. Like... Because that did happen once before, during the Arcueid route, out of nowhere. Just a dick showed up on screen. I'm like, damn it! I can hear voices talking. Akiha-sama, are you not going to call for a doctor? Don't be I thought that was Kohaku. Akiha-sama, are you not going to call for a doctor? Don't be stupid, Hisui. There's no way I could do that, since Nisan's wound isn't normal. Akiha and Hisui are talking. This is Shiki's room. It looks like I'm sleeping on the bed. I plan to say yo and get out of bed, but I can't move at all. My chest doesn't hurt anymore, but my body's as heavy as lead. All I can move are my eyes and mouth. Just what were you thinking, Hisui? Nisan mustn't be allowed to go there, you know that. Please, forgive me. This cannot be solved by apologizing. You were assigned to serve Nisan to avoid this kind of situation, so what were you doing? Completely different from her usual manner, Akiha gives full vent to her anger. In comparison, Hisui is accepting the scolding silently, looking down. I'm not sure how this all came about, but I could at least tell that Hisui's being yelled at because of me. Answer me, Hisui! Why did Nisan go there? Hisui does not answer Akiha's question. The air between them is becoming heavy. Biting her lip, Akiha takes a step closer to Hisui. Even I can tell that she's about to raise a hand against her. I'm sure Hisui knows too, but she's just looking down, accepting it. Hold on, Akiha. Nisan, you're awake. Yeah. You were so loud I woke up. Akiha looks away uncomfortably. You know, you shouldn't let it out on Hisui. I don't know the circumstances, but this has to do with me collapsing, right? It's not her fault. I just collapsed on my own. I strain hard, and somehow manage to lift the upper half of my body off the bed. But that's all I can manage, and I don't think I can even move an inch more. But since Hisui's depressed, I have to force myself to act as fine as possible. Honestly, getting into a fight over me? Even if you look like an adult, you're still a child. But you were out for a long time, Nisan. You were out for more than 5 hours, and nothing like this has happened before. What would I have done if you'd never woken up? Idiot, don't say things like that. It's just anemia. What? It's 10 o'clock already? Yes. Nisan, you've been out all evening. Akiha speaks reluctantly. The strength flees from my body. Jeez. I haven't fainted for that long since elementary school. Yeah. I used to faint all the time back then. I wasn't used to the arimas, and my mind was always under stress. It seems like I'm still dreaming. Maybe an after effect of the anemia attack. I remember. The arimas were all good people. They treated me like their own child. It's about the first time he goes... The first time he goes where? Keiko-san was strict but thoughtful, and always treated me like I was her own son. So, I thought I had to become their real child too. Nissan, don't push yourself. This is the Tohno mansion. You don't have to tell yourself that anymore. I know. But for a long time, I thought that way. From the beginning, I always thought that. The next time he goes to the detached building? Oh, okay. The Arimas. And you. You're all good people, so... It was so hard. What am I saying? Gazing vacantly at the ceiling. Thinking back to memories of long ago. Please don't push yourself, Nissan. You've only been back here for a week. You must be tired. Really, well... I'm tired, but... Right? So please, just rest today. Since your body's weaker than most people's, if you don't take a day to rest from time to time, you'll collapse like you did today. Arcueid looks at me seriously. Certainly, it's just as she says. Forgetting about everything. Unless I rest without thinking about vampires or about myself, I'll really be out of it. You're right. As you say, I'll just lie quietly today. Saying so, I lie down again. Really? No more sneaking out of your room later, too? What's that? Am I that untrustworthy? Yeah, I guess so. I've left Aki alone for all this time. Hisui, tell Kohaku that Nissan is up. Nissan, what will you do about dinner? I see. Well, my apologies to Kohaku-san, but I don't feel like eating. I understand. Well, Hisui, please inform Kohaku. Still looking down, Hisui nods in assent and leaves the room. Well, Nissan, please go to sleep for tonight. Akia speaks in a very gentle tone. But to sleep. I'm afraid if I sleep, I'll see that nightmare. No, Please, Nissan. Didn't you say you'll listen to what I say? Just for today? Akia's eyes are pleading. From the bottom of her heart, Aki is really worried about me. Alright. I'll sleep quietly. What did my brother just send me? Also, there's a sandwich down there for when you're ready. Oh! I forget why I sent him that. Why did I send him that? Anyway. Alright, I'll sleep quietly. Yes, thank you. Silly. Why are you thanking me? I should be the one thanking you. Thanking me? Even though I neglected you for 8 years. You're the one who called me back to the mansion. Akiha. I'm sorry for everything. I'm selfish. I never thought about you. But from now on, it's fine. Please stay as you are, Nissan. And I should be the one who's apologizing. Please don't apologize to me. If you do, I'll feel like a really horrible person. Aki grasps my hand, tears welling in her eyes. I don't understand. Why is Aki saying such things? Why is my phone turning off? There we go. Or why she keeps repeating I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. I'll sleep for a bit. Yes. Good night, Nissan. The wound in my chest hurts. The third child. Probably. It's the child who was adopted 10 years ago and died soon after. A hot summer day. A figure of a bloody child. The world of Tohnoshiki, filled with ill omens. Thump. But it's so quiet. Thump. I feel at ease, Thump. Akia's heartbeat is very close. Thump. It's really quiet. Thump. And for the first time in days, I sleep calmly, untroubled by nightmares. Well, I'm happy for you, bro. Chapter 8, Afternoon Dream. Ah! Fuck. Okay. Okay. I'm actually gonna have to cut it short for today. I don't know if I'm gonna do this, because this will be difficult to pull off. But I'm thinking of streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, since I have all evening shifts. Let me double check my schedule, because I think it's like a little wonky towards the end. $5:35 for, yeah, so it's 5:30 and then 5. So Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday won't be a problem, but Friday might be a small issue. I might do like an earlier stream on Friday, or at least I'll try really hard to. But I want to stream every day, Monday through Friday today, this week, because I kind of want to see if maybe different people will show up depending on what weekday I stream. I really probably should stream on weekends too, but I work mornings on the weekend. So it's tough. And well, it's especially tough because of the holidays. Really my only consistent day off thus far has been Monday. And I don't know, this week, okay, this month is crazy, okay? It's December, it's the holidays, it's Christmas, it's Kwanzaa, it's everything, right? And then also, like, it's just a lot. There's just a lot I have to prepare for and plan for, and a lot of money I have to spend. And a lot that I have to do. So it's gonna be very hectic. But I kinda, sorta, want to get Akiha's route done this month. So I want to finish Akiha's route this month. And if I stream every day, I might be able to just do it this week. That'd be kind of cool. And then yeah, so I have that, and then I have another YouTube video that I have planned. It's nothing too, it's just like a end of the year best of BerserkChip 2021, just like a compilation of all my like funny moments throughout the year. That might be fun to watch. Or it'll be fun to put together. Hopefully it'll be fun to watch. So if you've made it to the end of the stream, and if you made it to the end of the VOD, thank you for watching. I always appreciate people coming in and saying hi in the chat. I always appreciate comments on my YouTube channel. If you like this, please subscribe for more. Please follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. Twitch.tv/BerserkChip with 2 P's, not 1 P, because I forgot the password to my previous account. Yeah. Once I'm done with Tsukihime, I'm considering putting it to a vote on what I do next. But then I'm kind of worried, because one of the things that I'm considering doing, that I will do eventually, but I'm considering doing next, is Fate Stay Night. And if I put Fate Stay Night in a poll with, like, Baldur's Sky, X-Blaze, and Umineko, like, Fate Stay Night's just gonna win, because everybody likes Fate Stay Night the most. But everybody's already fucking done Fate Stay Night, so I don't want to just do Fate Stay Night, you know? I want to do it because I want to be a guy who can say that he's read Fate Stay Night, but, like, I don't want to just do that one next. And then also, it's just a lot of Kinoko Nasu. and I would like to move on to a different author, you know? At least for a little while. I was kind of considering maybe bouncing between different visual novels depending on what day I stream. Maybe I could do like back-to-back like Fate and then Umineko. I really want to do Umineko because that seems like it has a fuck ton of characters and they're all very like colorful and silly and exaggerated, and that would be a lot of fun to perform. But I also want to do Baldur's Sky because Baldur's Sky looks cool as hell. But yeah, so more stuff will be coming in the future. Stick around, keep watching. Please share my videos and my series with as many people who you might think would be interested. Who you might think would be interested in listening to a audio drama style performance of Tsukihime, which is kind of what this is to a certain extent. Yeah, so I will see you, hopefully, tomorrow. We will stream tomorrow. That's what we'll do.